Welcome back to Yvonne Winifred Yuji, my beautiful fashionistas. Today we are making a gathered skirt, but this time round it is gathered with an elastic to form those ruffles on the top or at the top as you see. So let us start right away. So this is the fabric that we are working with. It is an Ankara fabric and it is on fold just as you see. And to get this entire fabric, I considered the waist measurement, the entire waist measurement of 30 inches, and I just multiplied it by 3 to give me 90 inches, and I just added about 1 inch as the joining allowance. So for the length, how I got my length is, remember it has ruffles gathered on the top, so I need some allowances. First off, I have this allowance of half an inch first that I'm going to be folding in like that, and after that allowance I also need some more inches, and that depends on how much you want the ruffles to be and that the width of the elastic you're going to work with. So this half an inch, after folding it in, I'll also again fold in by 3.5 inches. After folding by the half an inch, I continue the fold of 3.5 inches, of which the ruffles will be 2 inches at the top, and then I will remain with the elastic casing or the elastic allowance. So that is how I got the length. So from the top going down, I just added the length of the skirt. So that is it so far. So this is going to be the elastic casing of about 1.25 inches there after the 2 inches of the ruffle. So altogether I have about 4 inches at the top, and from up there I considered, after taking off that allowance, I considered the length of the skirt plus the hemming allowance. So you have to consider that when you're making yours. So mine altogether is about 24 inches, but after sewing it will be about 23 or 22 inches. So that is what I considered. So this is my piece, and to start sewing I'm just going to take all this piece and I just join it at this opening that we left at the side by just 1 inch or half an inch. That is going to be the first thing that we are going to be sewing, and then I'll just fold in this half an inch first and then fold in 3.5 inches, and that is not a constant. You can change yours the way you want or according to the fabric that you have. So I'm just going to take this to the sewing machine and I'll bring it back and you will see. So here we are after the sewing, as I told you. So the joining allowance, instead of what I did is I just double folded that joining allowance so that I avoid the raw edges, because I was not going to overlock it. So now guys, as you see at the top, I've just left about 2 inches where the elastic will be passing, and I just ran a straight stitch all over this cut piece just after the folding of the 3.5 inches. So moving on guys, from the top as we see now, anyways, I'm just showing you here the straight stitch to tuck down this entire fold of the 3.5 inches. So on top here, as I said before, I have 2 inches for the ruffles. So for easy sewing, I just went ahead and I marked the 2 inches all around this waistline of the skirt, and I marked 2 inches from the top all around, and I created a straight line where I'm going to just be top stitching all around, closing it up, and that will be the part for the ruffles, and the downer piece will be for the elastic. So this is the elastic that I'm going to be using. It is about 1¼ inches, close to 1¼ So remember, here we were left with 1½ inches, but we used 1/4 inch to make that straight stitch to create the elastic casing. So now my elastic is about, anyway, close to 1¼ inches, and it will be gliding through that casing that we've made very well. So you have to consider that. So now I'm going back to the sewing machine, and I'm going to just top stitch onto that line that I've formed all around this entire piece, closing it up, and I will come back and show you. So after that straight stitch, I'll just be passing through this elastic, and the elastic that I'm going to work with is, I'll just consider that I will just be considering the waist measurement minus a few inches, about 5 inches, according to the elasticity of this elastic. You know, some elastics are not so firm, so I just subtracted 5 inches off, and I considered 25 inches for the elastic that I used to gather up this entire piece to form the exact waist measurement that we want. So for the hem, I'll just double fold by 3/4 inch to create a well finished hemline. And guys, now let's go back to the sewing machine, and after, this is what I got. So the skirt is already finished. It is such a simple skirt, especially if you don't want to form the gathers by the other method that we usually use, by running a loose stitch. So this is the hemline, and the skirt looks so beautiful and stylish, so nice. So after passing the elastic, I closed up the 2 inches that we had left before, and those are the ruffles that were formed on top. The elastic is in the middle. It is such a stylish skirt. You can make yours within 30 minutes, and this is how beautifully it looks like. You can make it maxi or midi or mini, depending on you. So guys, thank you so much for being here with me, for watching this video, and for all your support. I appreciate so much. If you are new, kindly remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell so that you are reminded whenever I upload a new video. And I guess I will be seeing you very soon. So see you guys. Thank you so much.